So once the goals are done, once the performance is done, once you get the 360, next time is the employee needs to get compensated. We looked at that last time. You click on the compensation, you go to compensation home. Again, compensation is a form-based template. So you create, forms. So here you have multiple compensation, forms. I can create and add new compensation plan, or I can just take an existing compensation plan. I can always do an add new compensation plan. Okay, so this is going to be, let's say, let's fictitious 2017 department compensation. Okay, I can upload it from a template. What I need to do is I need to first generate a template file, or actually have a template file on my system, and I can use a template file. I can create a brand new compensation template. I'll show you the template in a second. So let's go look at the existing compensation plan. So this compensation plan already been created for you. So it's very tricky here. Here you can there are three different tabs. One is the plan setup, one is a manage worksheet setup, one is a complete compensation cycle. These are clickable buttons actually. So when you click on the plan setup here, you see multiple drop downs. Okay, so this is where you set up the plan information. Within that you have settings. Click on the settings. Here you see the plan name. You'll see last updated. Number of worksheets in the plan is 0. And this is the route map. It's going to go to the manager and it's going to go to the HR. This I'm linking the route map to the compensation template right here. Looks like people have been playing around creating a lot of route maps. It's good. So you can attach this is called a compensation route map. It's going to go to the manager and goes to the HR. I can also change the currency. Let's say if this is in Canada, I can change it to CAD. If it is in Mexico, I can change it to USD. So this is now we're talking dollars and cents. So I'm just going to create a USD functional currency. Okay. I can also check some settings here. Should I enable salary proration? What is a proration? Basically, you're adjusting salary based on promotions and based on how many hours he worked. Okay. And then the proration is mostly based on date or percentage. You can click on date and you can click on proration dates if you want. And you can also set proration salaries based on hire date. You can also do that. Let's say only work for 6 months, 7 months, part of the year. And that's kind of the initial settings. And the next one here is we can go to advanced settings. In the advanced settings here, if there are some automatic manager transfers, then compensation forms get transferred to the new manager. And a lot of default templates, disable ask for comment routing, disable the download button. So a lot of the customization options you can go select. You don't have to go through that. Just say look and feel, title, permissions. You can do a lot of the settings in the advanced, template.
Yeah, just to quickly add here, in the route map here, there is no signatures phase. It's just the manager reviews and goes to HR. So that is one important point we need to remember. And the functional currency is depending on the country, we can have whatever currency we want. So those are the two important aspects in the settings we need to remember.
So the route map which we defined with the signature or whatever is not usable here. But we have to create a new route map.
Yeah. Route map has to be created new, and it has to be without the signature stage.
Thank you. So I've actually downloaded the template so we can upload it. Let's go to the design worksheet. Here we have plan instructions and design worksheets. So I'm going to go to design worksheet. Worksheet is basically the sheet that I see when I log into the compensation template file. It's like an Excel sheet. I see columns and I see rows. So I can customize that worksheet based on my requirement. This sheet has a job title, basically, your manager, employee, working, whatever, your job title is. Rating, obviously, did I get 3 or 4? What was my rating last year? What is my current salary? What is my salary rate? What is my salary type? What is the merit guidelines? So all the fields within my compensation template, I can customize here. So whatever fields I set up here, I would see that back in my compensation template when I go back. Okay, we'll switch back and forth on those things. I can also set on the plan instructions. There is nothing here, just a text field. We can kind of enter what are some of the guidelines, for your current plan, would be. Okay. The next key thing is the budget. In here, so you can set budget calculations and budget values. How you want to plan your compensation template. You can see here, this is based on a template. The budget here is it's a merit-based budget. So I'm setting budget for the merits. And this is a percent of current salary. Okay. So the budget currently is 50% of the budget value. The budget value is 50% of the current salary that I've set. And also set some bonus. Okay. Delta, this is right, this should be it's not a, there is a small bug here, it's not a, this shouldn't be showing here because it's the actual current salary. So I set my bonus to be $50,000 dollars that I need to allocate to my employees. And also selected my final salary value. It's a direct amount, shouldn't be, it's not a percentage, should it just be dollars. So $100,000 or $1 million I've set as a final salary. So I'm setting my budget, whether it's a percentage, whether it's a fixed amount, whether it's a percentage of a fixed amount, I'm setting that in my budget calculation. I can also add a budget calculation. There are many columns here. I can do percent of current salary. I can do a percent of merit target. I can do a percent of lump sum target, or I can do a direct amount. Direct amount means this is my budget. Most of the time you would actually select that. My departmental budget for salary, this particular is $1 million. I can enter the budget right there. So you can use the cap, and system will warn you if you exceeded that budget. Okay, you can put the budget for merits increases, like 1%, 2% increase that you will do. You can also do the increases for the your total final salary, or also for the lump sums. Okay, you can also set up budget rules. Whether to warn if it exceeds. There is a rule here, allowed to if it exceeds that budget limit, you basically get a warning. Okay, whether you are allowed to save, yes, you can allow to save, but you will get a warning. So you can set up budget rules over here. So I've created my worksheet. What I will see, I created a plan, budget. I can also click on my rating sources. My rating sources is my 2015 annual review. That's where my reviews will get copied over. I already rated Saiwani, already rated Tanu, already rated some of the employees. So those ratings from my prior performance will get copied over. I can also give permissions who can see this particular compensation template, who can, my VPs, directors, because it's a compensation related template, very secure, very confidential. I can set up permissions as to who can see this particular template. Okay. I can also go back to manage worksheets here. I can create a brand new worksheet, but the worksheet's already created in this particular example. But if we're actually creating from the template, which we will do again, I go back here and I would create a worksheet for you using that worksheet template from the prior step. So let's go back to the
just a quick
module.
Yeah,
I launched this
Hari,
compensation, and I'm going into my 2015 compensation plan. And this is what an executive is actually going to see. Sheila Gori, her rating in the prior year is 3. Her job title is a programmer. I can put some notes. She's a salaried employee based on my settings in her employee files. I mean, this is one salary per year. Obviously, that's it's an annual salary. Her current pay is $80,000. How did I get that? I'm going to show you. I go into my employee files, and I'm going to go update my salary for that particular person. My merit guidelines for this particular person is 2 to 8% based on my guidelines. And this is my merit. So I can adjust my dollar amounts or adjust my 2% merit. I can do both. Let's say I'm giving her 3% merit. Okay. and adjust it. So I'm still within the guidelines. My guidelines is between 2 and 8%, and I'm giving her 3%. So I'm kind of in the middle of my guidelines. It also does averages at the very bottom. Total, what is the total average merit I'm giving for all the employees? So my scenario is not refined yet. I'm only doing it for one employee. There are other employees that are not correct or not I have not set up the data yet. I only set up data for this particular employee. And my lump sum guidelines is 2 to 6%. I'm at the very edge. I'm giving her the full 6% lump sum. So she's going to get $4,800 lump sum bonus amount at the year end, and she's getting a raise of 3%, and she's also getting a promotion and promotion percentage, which is the 3% rating. So I've set all the different settings for Sheila, and I actually saved it. This is actually in a complete status. I actually routed this to, last time actually accidentally clicked on this thing, routed it to the manager as well as the HR. So everything has been this is in a complete status actually, and I'll show you the status of this thing as well. And I can see it here. This is my budget. This is my budget for the merits, and this is budget for my bonuses, and this is my budget for my final salary, and those are my totals, and I'm still green. I'm still within my allocated percentages. My numbers may not be right. I haven't set up the scenario right, so sometimes these things are showing 300%, though my math is wrong in this one because I don't have the right employees, right data. But at least you got a feel. So I can look at the current salary, I can look at the ratings of the particular employee, I can adjust the merits, I can adjust the bonus, I can adjust the promotion, I can save the information. Okay, so let me show you how to adjust the salary. I'm going to leave the site. I'm going to go back to my admin tools. Go back to employee here. I'm going to go to manage users. I'm going to go back to where is Shaila? Right here. Okay. Right here there is a salary. So this is how I set her salary as $80,000, and I set her this is a salaried, and I set that as the job title. So that's the salary that is she's getting picked up. And then once the compensation is set, I'm just going to be transferring back to the, it's going to go from here to the central payroll back on ECC, and then it's going to, we're going to get that back when we interface the employee files from the HCM back to the employee central. So I've shown you how to update the salary, and I've shown you how to update the budgets. And again, this is my compensation template. This is going to be as a user, as an executive, as a manager. I'm using this template that I just launched in my as a admin. So as an end user, I'm using this thing. As a consultant, I'm going back into my admin tools, and I'm actually looking at my compensation template, compensation home. And I'm looking at all the different compensation templates. I'm looking at my, again, the compensation template I'm actually working on. I'm going into the plan. I can actually go back here. I can look at I can also look at my budget. So this is my budget guideline. Oh, somebody just created it. That's not the one. Okay. So here the budget, I can see my budget. I'm still in the green. I only spent 6% of my total budget. I only spent 0.68% of my total. This is incredibly large amount that I set, $5 million, and I only used $10 million of my 3% of my $10 million final salary. So my math is wrong. I think this can be adjusted, as you can see. Whatever numbers make sense depending on your budget, depending on your employees, depending on your size of the things. Right. So far, okay. So my steps are create a
Hari, why can't we create one new compensation plan so that we can understand,
Yep.
from the beginning? So instead of looking into the current one.
Let me bring up the template here. Let me see where that is at. Browse. So this is my compensation template. I'm actually pulling that in. Open. Okay, upload from template. Oh, upload template name.
Without the file, if we don't have a file, we cannot create any new compensation plan.
You're uploading from a template. So basically download the template and upload it. That's it.
So yeah, my question is, without the file, we cannot create any compensation plan?
Without the form, you cannot create the template, no. So that has been created. Right here. So it created a 2016 compensation template. And nothing has been created yet. I go into the plan setup. Route map has not been selected. I'm again going to be sending it to my manager, my HR. This is going to be my USD, and I can check spread using salary, spread using salary. I can check the basic settings. I can save it. I can go into plan detail. I can go into create budgets. Can take action, edit. I'm just actually created a lot of money last time. I'm just going to create only 10,000 salary direct amount. I'm actually same thing here. They created a lot of numbers last time, so I'm just going to update those templates. I'm just going to go to design worksheets, and I can maybe I don't need maybe I don't need the proration in this one. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to remove the proration ones. Let me keep everything else. Oh, I don't need this one. Units per year. I don't know what that is. I'm going to save this thing. My savings are changed. If I want to add, I can add a new column. I don't have a need right now to add a column, but you can just go add a column. Standard column. I can first name, last name. Let me see if I can add a job level. I don't know. Let me see, job code. I don't know. I'm just adding something. Okay, I'm just gonna save the worksheet. Already did the budget. I can create a new budget rule. I can adjust the existing budgets. I can go back to the guidelines. Here, for my merit guidelines, I can go to view edit. So you can see that based on my, if the performance rating is greater than 2 or less than 3, my minimum merit raise is 1, default is 2, the maximum is 4. So if you are in between these things, you get a 4%. So it's based on a company policy. So if you're an exceeding outstanding between 4 and 5, you get a 10% raise. Minimum of 3, default is 6, and maximum of 3. So it's very flexible. You can go ahead and change it. You can delete it. Depends on how you want to set up your company, pay structure. So every company has a policy. So if you're outstanding, you get 5%. If you're in between, you get 2%. If you're less than, then you don't get anything. What are my rating sources? My 2015 review. I can take action. I can delete it if I want. I can add a rating source. I can sue form 2015 annual report, V12, whatever, that makes sense. Use only for salary. Completed SSS. Rating scales is 1 to 5. Rating type is, default. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to save it. So you got that right. This is how my rating value is going to show up on my worksheet, right? That's going to controls my rating. That controls my budget. That controls my warning. That guidelines controls my guidelines as to, guidelines to my manager as to how am I gonna give the raises merits to a particular person. And also have lump sum guidelines as well. You can go to lump sum. This is the one-time bonus, so percentage bonus. So if it is an outstanding 4.55, then you get a 10% bonus. Or oil and gas companies, they get a 15% bonus. Sometimes they give 25% bonus. So you can adjust these ratings. And I've adjusted the basic settings, adjusted advanced settings. I go into my design worksheet. I adjusted my my worksheet designs. I can add a new columns. I can change my budgets. I can change my plan. I can change those things. I can go into manage worksheets. So it's going to be January. Okay, my end date is going to be December 31st. Okay. What else am I missing? Why?
End date, end date.
Okay, I launched my compensation worksheet. Okay, I launched the plan. Continue. Okay, compensation worksheet has been launched. It should be launched. Okay. So I created my worksheet and then I launched my compensation plan. I can also adjust whenever I change the worksheet. Whenever I add a budget, I mean add a new field, I can go back, update all the worksheets. It's going to adjust the worksheets that are on the fly or in process. I can also add, remove employees that are in my worksheets. I can do that. So this is I'm as a consultant, I'm configuring the worksheets, I'm configuring the plan, I'm configuring the compensation template so it can be used by executive VP or director or manager within your organization. So as a consultant, you have to do these steps, sit with your HR manager, figure out what the processes are, figure out what the guidelines are for merits, guidelines of lump sum, guidelines of promotion, guidelines of proration. Make sure you selected all the different switches, the security, the different aspects of it, and then launch it. And now once you launch it, here as an executive, you're going to go back and see these forms. So you can go to all the forms here. So how I know the forms that are completed are here, because this is the form that I've completed last time. You can see completed on 8/11. There is another one completed on 8/18. So I went through the the security aspect of it. I went through the routing map. I think last time I was kind of clicking through it, the route map. I went to the compensation planning. I went to the HR review and I sent it to completed status. I clicked, and I completed it. So you have the completed status. I can go to the forms again, and that are in process right now. This is one that is in process, and these are the ones that have already been completed. And you can also go to the form status here, or you can also see all the forms. You can see all the forms right here. Okay, that are in flight, that have been launched, that people are kind of working on. You can see there is these two. This is completed. This is the one we just created right now, 2016 compensation plan, Carol. Because I put in Carol Clark as the compensation planning manager, it must be sitting in her cube. And you can see this is the date that we have launched right now. This form that we launched is sitting in that particular person's inbox. There is one more sitting in my inbox. This is the Tanu WS workflow. I think you must be testing it. And this is we completed last time. This we just launched it, and this is currently in process. And this some of my students have been playing around with these things. They're kind of in flight, different one. So this is actually sitting with Sheila herself. Where is it sitting? This is sitting with employee. So this I have it. I have it in my control. It's in progress. As you can see here, this is my melody. I can go in there. So as an executive, I'm reviewing this form. It's again the same thing. I see the rating. Malcolm Marshall is 3%. I can adjust merit as a 3%. Okay. It's saying entry of 3% or 0% above the minimum maximum specified, which is the guidelines are not set correctly. Guidelines were set as 0%. That's why it's showing 8%. So that's why it's showing as red. So it's not forever wider. This particular template is not set correctly. The guidelines in the template are not set correctly. Okay, so I can also adjust the lump sum bonus percentage. 3%, same thing. It's going to give me a warning. I don't care about the promotion, so at least I did the merits. And the salary for this particular person has not been set. If I want, I can actually go ahead and enter the salary as well. Welcome, Marshall, and come back here. When everything is set, I can go. I can request comments, or I can send it to HR. Okay, and then once a HR person has been, I can log into the HR person. It's in the HR review. Depending on whoever the HR person is, once he looked at it, once it's completed, it's going to send it back. It's going to go back to completed status. So steps are: create a compensation template from XML file or downloaded template. Adjust setup, adjust budget, adjust guidelines, create worksheet, adjust worksheet, launch worksheet, set route map, and this is as a consultant. Then as end user, review compensation, give merits, give bonus, send to HR for approval, HR review completed, and then form will be in complete status. It's kind of the steps. Create a compensation template from XML file, from a downloaded template. Go back. Go ahead.
Would you be able to show us how to create a compensation template from XML file?
I just did.
But I'm talking about when you uploaded the file from your desktop, or I think from your files onto.
Yeah, this is the XML file.
I can't see it.
Okay, this is the XML file right here.
You're not sharing her.
See it?
Hari, I mean, this XML file you downloaded, right? Downloaded from the existing compensation plan, right?
Now, yeah. Typically, you have a template. You have a template that is working, right? So it's like a reusable template. So you never create this from scratch. You always SuccessFactors will provide you, or you already used it last year. You download it from an existing template.
So basically, you use an existing SuccessFactors templates to do a compensation.
Yeah.
And where do we download this from, Hari? Like, where did you get this 215 Tanu compensation plan .xml from?
I went into admin tools. I went into compensation. I went into compensation admin. Went into advanced settings. Right here, download form template. So any template that you worked in the prior years, Any template that you think is a good template, is a good model going forward, you can go ahead and download those templates.
I see.
Our SuccessFactors will provide you, when you get the system, they will provide you some default templates. So you can go into those things and download those templates. Or you can go to partner profile and then look at download the template. There are many places you can get the templates.
All right, that makes sense. Thanks.
Hari, could you open one of the templates? I have a quick question. Where you go, where merits and bonuses, right? So you provided the percentages.
This one?
No. I mean, success factors. So,
Yep, this is a template.
Yeah, could you go into the merits and merits and bonus where you?
This is the budget.
Yeah. Please open the plan or form where you provided percentages and bonuses.
Okay, as an end user, okay. So this is a design of the form, and this is actually as an end user, I'm logging into the form. Okay.
See here, there are like the different ones, right? So for example, the salary which is coming from the user, then you're going to the merits, bonus, and promotions, right? Now, when you say merit, that means, for example, you're providing 2% or whatever the 2 or 3%. It comes to you like couple of $1,000. Then you're going into the bonus and you're providing some percentage. It is adding you 2 more thousand. That means when you giving a bonus, is it in a total, like a merit is 2,000, bonus is maybe 3,000?
No, merit is a, let's say I'm getting 100%, and if I'm getting 10, 1% means I'm getting $100 more, $1,000 more next year.
Right. So this $1,000 is a merit, but you're giving a $2,000 as a bonus. That means totally you're getting 3,000 or only the 1,000?
No, this is you're getting as a cash. This you won't get it until next month. Right? Say for example, currently, my salary is, 100,000, right? If I'm getting a merit of 1%, right? 1% means $1,000. My next month's salary is going to be, that's going to be my next month's salary, not today. So this month I would still get 100,000 plus my bonus. Next month onwards, I'll get 100,000 plus $1,000 extra every month.
Okay.
And if you also get a promotion, same thing. Promotion means you get an additional merit. So promotion merit is 5%. So let's say 10%. So next month onwards, you're going to get 11% raise.
So you're saying all the merits are promotion, which is adding your net.
Adding to your salary. Yep.
And bonus is one time.
Yeah, bonus is a lump sum. It's a cash.
Okay.
Only this is the cash. This is just adding it to your existing salary.
All right. Good. Thanks.
So if you want, we can always go back to, I can go back to proxy now. I think it was Carol Clark. I think this is the form that we launched. I can go back into Carol Clark. Right here, 2016 compensation plan, Carol Clark, CCC. So right now I can double click on it. It's waiting for me, Carol Clark, and there's only one person who's reporting to her, and I did not set her salary. I did not rate her, so there is no rating. I can go back, put her salary, and then the salary will show up here. I can adjust the whole thing. I can go to the roadmap, and I can send it to HR, and then look at the HR person proxy in, and then go back and complete. Same process. Right? So before you do the compensation template, you need to complete the goals. You need to complete the performance management. You need to put salary in an employee file or details. and then create a compensation worksheet, then adjust the setup, both basic setup and advanced, and then add the budget, add the route maps, adjust the guidelines, create the worksheet, adjust the worksheet, launch the worksheet, then log in as end user. Review the login as end user or executive, review the compensation, give the merits, give the bonuses, give promotions, send it to HR, review the HR, meet with employee, and give the good news, and form goes to completed status. This is the like that. You see the whole entire plan now, how everything kind of comes together. Goals done, performance done, I routed, evaluation completed, have the salary, I downloaded whatever, I either manually entered or interfaced from core SAP HCM solution, and I go back here as a consultant. You do that, and then I go back to all these steps and get everything completed. Then I interface this data to core HCM solution. We will see that. Okay, we'll see when we get to the integration part. This goes back and forth. Maybe I have this open here somewhere. Okay, let me see. Right here, the integration works. This is the core HIP solution. Employee master data, data, reporting relationships, organizations, manager, all these things interface to SuccessFactors. If there is any workforce analytics, I extract the data. Once I do the compensation, I get the salary data from ECC. When I make any adjustments, I interface that back. If there is any variable pay, interface it back. If I'm doing and recruiting new hires, I'm sending it back to the organization management. If there's any vacancy, I'm getting it back. So this is the going back and forth between core HCM as well as SuccessFactors. And this is where we are. Goals, there is no need to interface to HCM because there is nothing. Same thing, your performance, there is nothing to interface because it's all self-contained. But compensation, you need to get the salary, you need to send the adjusted bonus back. And this is the hybrid model where both the things can coexist. That's why I'm kind of asking you to review the organization management and personal management, so you understand these links going back and forth between SuccessFactors as well as core HCM. Got it? Does it make sense now, Shahil?
Yes, sorry. I still need to practice it once, but I think I can see the big picture now.
Okay, very good. Virender, you okay with everything?
Yes, sorry. I'm okay. Thanks.
Yeah. So last time the thing did not work, the pick list. So the thing is that I picked on a pick list that is not editable or changeable because there was a gender. So I did something else. I went into, how did I change? I put something, that lot of other fields that where you can change. I did that. Let me show you. I can even go back and add more. What did I do? I forgot. Ethnicity, functional area. right here. Okay, I added a new language. Okay, called YYY. Maybe I can add a one more one. Just the gender itself is not changeable. It's really not a true pick list. It's not a true drop down. So I'm just going to do XXX. I can even do here, doesn't matter actually. You can find, doesn't matter now. I can go back and change anything. I'm going to save it. Okay. Let's go back to admin tools. No, then I'm going to go back to employee files. I'm just going to show you where that is. I'm just going to go back to, become myself. I became myself. I go back to my employee files. Employee files. And then I go back to edit profiles. Detail profile. So language skills, edit, add. You can see here, added YYY. So that is the pick list. So all these things here, language, proficiency, reading proficiency, I can add beginner, fluent, intermediate, I can add whatever. I can put XXX, YYY, I can do anything. These are called the real pick lists. So I can find exactly where these things are. I found the language in my pick list. I downloaded this one from, I'll show you where to download it. Download desktop. I select the existing one, insert, copy it back, paste it. I can same thing there. I can go, let me see, find this one here. Speaking proficiency. Where is speaking proficiency? I can go search it. Find fluency. Okay, right here, fluency, beginner, intermediate. Insert, take that, copy. You should never put that number. SAP is gonna insert that particular number. Test. Okay, and then save it. I'm gonna go back to admin tools, company settings, pick list management. Here I can export all the pick lists. That's what I did. I can click on it and I can export all the pick lists. Now importing it. Give me a second. Browse. Okay. I'm gonna go back, import pick list. That's my pick list. Click on no and I submit. So now importing, everything is successful, updated. Now I'm gonna go back to my employee files. Public profile, detail profile. I'm going to go back into my language skills, add new record, language, XXX. You see that? So because I uploaded again, it added another record. So that's how the pick list would work. Reading proficiency test. So I can change these things. I can change the description of this thing. I can add a brand new one. I can change any of these, drop downs. These are called the pick lists. Add a test. So same thing here. I can go back to add a new thing. I
Hey,
can
how do
go
you know
back
that,
to,
like, how do you know that it is under employee files while looking into the, you added into the Excel file, right? How do you know that this particular field is language field is under employee file?
That's how I looked, right? I looked at the reading proficiency, and I went back here and I looked at the proficiency right here, proficiency, fluency.
Basically, you need to search.
Yeah, I mean there is no easy way. You got to go search, you know, and I know
And
that
also,
are
how
the
do we know the how? I mean, you said gender is like one where you cannot add, right? So how do you know that certain we can add a pick list or not? So just
anything.
if I
The
am
rule is anything that's here, that is in this particular detail profile. Any pick list are adjustable. Anything that was in the core one where you saw when we go back to the admin, I was looking at the short employee profile. Those things are not adjustable. I don't know the reason. I'll find out an answer. But anything here is your game. Anything previous employment, formal employment, courses, anything here can be adjusted.
So basically on the forms or like a goal templates or on the screens where there are like drop downs or like people like
Yeah, drop downs. Pick lists are drop downs basically.
right. Understand, but when you go to the any forms, right? For example, when you're creating a goal, like I wanted to add a pick list for one of the fields there, so that's um, I
Pick
mean
list for
anything.
one of the fields. I didn't understand. Pick lists are mostly for employee data, right? Um, this is the key data. This is the employee file. This is your employee data, and this is where you would add the pick list, because this is the your goals, your compensation, all these things are using this data, right? They're depending on this data. Everything you see in the goal template is coming from here. The name, first name, last name, rating, who is he, what is his job, everything is coming from here. So as you can see here, your employee file is the source of everything, all the data. So this one has who's going to be rated, his name, his address, his job, who is his manager, what is his salary, right? So everything is right here. So pick lists are
I mean,
mostly
could
used
you
in your
open any?
employee.
I mean, could you open any goal or like any form?
Okay, I go back to goals.
Anything, any form, any screen. Yeah, go to the goals.
Yep, I open the goals.
Just get into one of the screen.
Edit goals. Yep.
For example, like here it is. Like I know, I mean, categories we can
Yeah,
add.
I can add the category. Yeah,
I
obviously.
mean, it is. I mean, this is for example, category. You have a financial or like different, right? So, for example, if you go to the status or like that is also pick list, right? So
This
on
is
track
also,
or
yeah, these cannot be customized. Actually, this is like, this is based on the goal template. These cannot be customized. Some
no, I
can be,
understand,
some
but like
cannot be.
they're
Yep, yep.
not that particular field, but we have a lot of pick lists like that, right? So they're all can be, if I wanted to add something or like drop down, you know, I do not have a really option. Only the employee files you can add a pick list. That's what I understood from you.
Yeah, the pick lists are mostly for employee files. You're right. I mean, yeah, these cannot be adjusted. This is, based on the status of the goals. Obviously, this category we can be customized. This is security, actually public. I cannot change that. So not every drop down is a pick list. It's mostly for employee files.
Okay.
And you will see when you get to EC, there is a lot more flexibility. When you get to XML files, when you get to EC, you see that you get a lot more power to customize things when we get to EC. Right? So far we kind of, I think pretty comfortable with the goals, pretty comfortable with the performance, comfortable with with this one. I think I would like to jump into this reporting topic. Mahesh, you ready? Reporting, I know you're an expert at the reporting side, so can you walk us through this one?
Yeah.
So this is our analytics, dashboards, workflow reporting. So kind of walk us through it. I'm gonna be take a. Okay, so I'm gonna make you a presenter. You can log
Can
in.
we take a 5-minute break? I
Okay, yeah,
just
you
have
can take a
to.
5-minute break, sure. And then I'll make Mahesh the presenter, and then he can guide through the analytics portion of it, workflow analytics. Okay.
All right. So you guys able to see my screen now? So if you're not talking, can you mute yourself, please? So what we'll be covering is reporting in SuccessFactors. So we'll try to understand what's the value of reporting, and we'll understand what are the different types of reports and also its business impact. So it is covering detailed of reporting in SuccessFactors. So SuccessFactors offers a reporting platform which is common to all modules, and there are various reports and options like tools like charts, graphs, and detailed listing of data. And this is accessed only by managers, HR reps, and administrators. And we will cover different aspects of reporting in this presentation. So coming to value of reporting in SuccessFactors, it gives managers, HR reps, administrators, and high-level view of the workforce processes or management, and it provides quick status and important points for them to take decisions, and it also allows only the required people to access the information which is needed, and it will give on-demand access for the data, and it is what is a real-time, up-to-date, and anytime available. And there are various types of reports like dashboards, like list view reports, spotlight view reports, spreadsheet reports, classic reporting, and also ad hoc reports. Ad hoc reports are nothing but custom reports, and we can tailor make as per the requirement of the client. And coming to a quick summary of each of the reports, and also the description. Dashboards provides a summary level view of the information in a graphical format, and like managers or HR reps can just click on a chart and get to know the data behind it. And going on to the list view report, it will provide an on-demand detailed view into numbers behind the dashboard, and it could be for any process as such, like goals, performance, or compensation, or anything for that matter. And it will focus on one type of topic, and it will drill down through the data. And then Spotlight, again, it is on demand and gives a graphical representation of the statistics on one focused area, and the information is presented in a very detailed manner, and managers can get a quick overview of it and make decisions quickly. And then spreadsheet report, it will provide an in-depth analysis about a key process, and it can be downloaded by anybody, even by offline means. Classic reporting will provide access to core processes of data within the system, and it provides like use with the external system and other reporting tools as well. And coming to the ad hoc reports, like they are relevant only for specific modules like compensation, employee central recruiting, and objectives and succession data. And this is very intuitive, flexible, and you can create custom reports as well. Any questions so far? So coming to dashboards, dashboards are reports which are configurable, and it is a combination of portlets, and it involves charts, graphs, and you can drill down and view the data behind it as well. And there are like coming to the list view reports, it is available in under reports, analytics, and these are the types of list view reports like form list, competency list, goal list, development list, and employee list. So these are the types of list view reports. There are basically 5 types of list view reports, and data is presented in table format. It can be saved and exported as well. And then coming to Spotlight View reports, like this is data presented in one page, and you can use this report quickly to check on key processes. And there are 4 types of Spotlight View reports, like competency breakdown Spotlight report, employee comparison report, goal alignment Spotlight report, goal plan summary report. And there are spreadsheet reports as well. This allows to analyze data in detail, like that is beyond the list view reports, and you can get pivot tables, and you can quickly check on different things, and you can even schedule a report, and you can take an output and download it and then send it to various people as well. And then coming to classic reporting, you can create, or you can make it as an ad hoc query and generate reports on many topics, and it can accommodate large data. And there are 8 types of classic reports, like overdue, document, form status summary, individual workflow status, detailed document search, deactivated users inboxes, rating distribution by hierarchy, rating summary, and goal search. And going to the ad hoc or report builder reporting, this allows users with permission to create reports in from various modules. And there are 2 roles in this. Basically, one is the creator role and another is the viewer role. Creator role allows to create custom report templates which can be shared across the organization, whereas the viewer role allows you to run the reports and export the data. And you can choose column, or you can use different filters as desired and generate the report. And you can run the ad hoc report for recruiting, succession, compensation, employee central, goal management, performance management, employee profile, and 360-degree feedback as well. And these are the steps how to create the ad hoc report. And Inform is a company which was acquired by SuccessFactors in 2010. SuccessFactors as a company was not having workforce planning and analytics, so they acquired a company called Inform, and they got that functionality into SuccessFactors, so which was very robust, and which had a lot of features, and that made acquisition very profitable for SuccessFactors. So that is about the brief introduction for reporting in SuccessFactors. I'll cover the permissions required for this. So we will cover set user permissions. We will cover how you can access various reports and what is detailed reporting rights, and how you grant rights to various reports, and uh, we will just quickly go through that. And then now coming to overview of reporting administration. To like view or generate any reports, you need to have a permission. So that is given by the administrator or the security admin, and we will cover the steps in this presentation. So by like default, every user will have like administrative privileges, and in case they take up some roles or they get promoted into manager or HR rep or like any management role, they need to be given role-based permissions, and that is given through role-based permissions. And so like all the managers and HR reps can access the dashboard and list view reports, and so like for those individuals who are not managers, they still require reporting access to check the reports. If we provide them like access through reporting dashboard list or spot view list reporting access, they will be able to access the reports. So this is how you give the access to them. You go into the admin tools and you search for the user, and then you go to detailed reporting permissions and go to like dashboard, list view, spot view, report permission, and give permission to all the reports or whichever report you want to, and then the user will be able to access that particular report. So that level detailed permissions can be granted. So that's the same thing. So you can also give detailed reporting privileges. So you can search the user, and or you can give it to all the employees. And if you like select that user and give access to detailed report permissions, or you can select any particular report and give the access. And you can even filter as per division, department, location, and then give access. Coming to spreadsheet view reports, like this provides data like beyond what is available in the list view reports, and you can create pivot tables, and you can generate 20 plus pages of reports, and using various modules, and it can be created as a batch and downloaded, and also it can be scheduled, and it can be sent to managers after it is completed. And before we use any reporting rights in instance, we need to activate the
Mahesh,
relevant
can
switches
we
in
just
the
show
provision
them
system.
on the system and then come back to the presentation?
Okay. So like I am now, so let me just navigate to the place where the reporting is. So under home you'll find reports. You just click on that, then after that you will be able to see various reports here. So you can see here we can see list view and spotlight view reports, and we also have like saved reports. We also have scheduled reports, and we also have ad hoc reports. So going into list view reports, we can see that there are like different types of reports like form, list, competency, role, employee list. If I click on the employee list, I have various filters. I can choose by team, by detailed reporting rights, and as per division, department, location, and I can click on generate report. It will list the employees in my organization currently. That's about the list view reports. Then spotlight view reports. So we have competency breakdown, employee comparison, goal alignment, role plan summary report. I'll just click on goal plan summary report. Again, I have various filters to choose. I can choose from division, department, location, also process, starting from myself or whosoever I want, any particular user, I can do a report. And I also have various display options. So I can choose any of this as per my requirement and then generate a report. So I can go into detail as well in this. I can check or get to know in detail. This is the spotlight of one particular area, and for this particular employee, what completed, what is not completed, and what is the status of the process. I can get to know at one screen. So coming to the saved reports, there's nothing actually. Scheduled reports, there's a report which is scheduled, it is already completed. And through ad hoc reports, you can have a custom report, and it can have multiple domain or single domain. You can just have a look at the ad hoc report. So this is a ad hoc report which is generated for the employee profile. This is listing all the employees and their details here in this report. Likewise, I am just trying another report. So the same thing. And coming to
create a new report, right? I can ad hoc,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
just fill columns. Just, yeah, let's try do a new one. drop down. Like I say, select goal management. The report definition. You can't report definition. Apply profile again. Create. Then a report name, description, and they can just add people, columns, and filters and relations. They sort columns by first name, last name, or yep. By
So this is how it will look. Just ran a preview. So this is a report which we just created. Likewise, we have dashboards as well. So this is complete detailed, like minute level information regarding one topic. And if you click on any particular this thing, you can get more detailed information actually. So you can get to know like various things about like details involved in this particular goals information actually, or goals report. This is graphical representation of the report. Like managers generally will not have time and they'll require information on the go, and this provides everything for them in a very uh, like graphical or pictorial representation. So that's about the reporting and analytics. Any questions so far? Harry, yeah, I'm done. You can take the screen. Harry, are you there?
What happened? Hello,
Yeah,
man.
I'm done. I'm completed the dashboard, and yeah, we are done with the reporting.
Done with the reporting. Okay, let me show you a couple more things. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to show you a couple of things. One is the provisioning system. Basically, provisioning system is a is almost like your SPRO or your where you actually do the configuration for some of the key settings. I'm kind of logging into provisioning system to get access to the provisioning system. A lot of things have to happen. One is you need to get certified. Two, you need to work for a partner company, like a Accenture or Deloitte or TCS or Wipro, somebody is implementing. And three is that a client needs to allow you to link their system to you. So there are three things that need to happen, and I'll write that down here for you guys. So one is certified. Two, need to request restricted access from SuccessFactors. Three, you need to map an instance to your provisioning ID. So to do that, you need to do that. You need to again you need to restrict access only for partners, and then you will get into this provisioning system. So provisioning system looks like this. Like a lot of the small configuration settings in this. For example, I can say language packs. I've enabled language packs. There's a lot of background noise. Jyoti, I'm going to mute you. There's a lot of background noise from you. So okay, I muted you. So enabling the language packs Germany, language packs English, language packs, whatever language packs that you want to enable. Can go down here. Turn on the compensation management. I can use the compensation from UIV2. It's a newer version. I've enabled. Oh, Jyoti, you're unmuting yourself again. I don't know how to. So I'm enabling the compensation Excel offline edit, allow compensation manager to grant, revoke planner permissions, allow compensation administrator to export compensation plan activity, enable UCalc widget on the compensation form. So a lot of these settings, whatever, depending on your requirements, depending on the company's business process, you can come back here and activate those settings. For example, here they have did not activate enable form view in executive review. So that has not been activated. I can activate it. I can set it so what my instance now, that particular functionality will get activated and will get turned on in my instance. Okay. I can keep kind of going down here as well. Same thing, Employee Central. So here I can do effective data platform. I can also do enable effective dated fields in the basic import. I'm checking on the Employee Central V2 version, which is going to be event raising derivation. So this system basically allows you API. So the API link for this thing is in API sales demo 8.successfactor.sap.api. So it's just a lot of switches. It's not like the SAP configuration. It's mostly a lot of check boxes that you need to turn on based on the requirements. So goals. So everything has been turned on. Basically in these goals, as you can see, goal import has been turned on. Enable goal group 20 point has been turned on. Goal management suite has been turned on. So everything has been turned on. We did not enable population target for group goal assignment permission. It's a role-based permission. It's not requires role-based permission. So we could turn on these two things. Enable the GM PM sync up. Okay, we could turn on those things. So I mean, there is depending on the requirements, what you should turn on and what you cannot turn on, basically in the um, compensation side. Okay, give me a second. Yeah.
And if you're not going to be using your private information, I think we can turn on the recording.
Wow. Yeah. I got to go back and adjust it. So I kept turning that back. So that's fine. I'll adjust it. Don't worry. I'll clip things wherever they are, and that's about it. Again, go back into my report section. So you get a idea now of all the list view reports as well as the classic reports. And I can also go into the performance and assessment section. I can also, this is the this is the reporting center. I can also click the just to get the rating summary for different things. I can go back to analytics. I can go back to goals. I can just same thing. I can list the goals, or I can do a goal search. So instead of, if you're an HR person, if you're a consultant, you're just going to be working, if you're talking about the goals for the entire company, somebody's asking you, hey, what's the status, for my year-end, goals assessment? Are we 30% done, 20%? Each manager can only see their own perspective, but if you, as a HR director, you want to see the whole thing, you can do it at the company-wide level here. Again, there are a lot of jobs just in this section. When I see jobs and the people say I'm looking for consultants in workforce analytics, I'm looking for consultants to do ad hoc reporting, I'm looking consultants to do just reporting, basically. You can also look at just the job competencies. You can report all the competencies. You can do that basically going into the admin panel, or you can come back and then report all the competencies. These are actually, we talked about, right? Core competencies, job specific competencies, communication, build relationships, budgets, creativity, customer focus, dependability. So we can kind of list them, export them, and give it to your bosses. You can have display options. You can select certain columns. We can go back to filter. You can only filter certain competencies, certain departments, certain HR locations, and generate those reports. Okay, reporting center at the very high level. We looked at the list reports. We looked at the classic reports. We looked at the competencies. We looked at the development goals list. We looked at just the goals list. We looked at the goal search. I think it's pretty intuitive. Employees list, very self-intuitive. Report type, basically list view type, and as well a classic view type, self-intuitive. Ad hoc reports we just saw. Mahesh just showed. Looking at the generating a brand new ad hoc report, adding columns, just basically dragging and dropping different reports.
Hari, when we use reporting and when we use analytics and SuccessFactors, are they one and the same?
Same
Are we
thing.
using them interchangeably?
Same thing. Reporting, work analytics, everything is the same thing. There is no other section. That's the only section.
And in during the certification, is there a separate certification for reporting, or which category does this come under?
No, there is no certification for analytics as of now, reporting analytics.
I see.
Yeah, certification is there for introduction to mastery, PMGM, recruiting, EC, but nothing for reporting.
So usually when you apply for positions like ad hoc reporting consultant or SF analytics consultant, so how do you kind of position yourself for these jobs?
I guess just walk them through, what are list reports, what is a classic report. I think they probably want you to have an understanding of all the different modules, basically reporting what's in the system, right? You're reporting reporting the goals, reporting the performance, reporting the competence. You need to have an overall picture of, different aspects of the company, not just how to run the reports. So that's
I
where
see.
show your expertise is, that you understand the entire cycle.
So I'm assuming that for these positions, the interviews will be more technical then, because there
Probably,
is
yeah.
no certificate.
Yeah, probably, yeah, definitely.
And Hari, how's like we've completed the performance and goal management. We've done compensation, and now we're doing reporting and analytics. So are you also going to be covering LMS, the learning module, learning
Learning
management
modules,
system?
no, I do not, I did not plan on covering, but I do have access to it. I can show you really quick. Hold on. So it's basically a Java-based tool compared to the other one. It looks more, written in Java, has nice icons. It takes a lot of time to load. It has a lot of nice, posh widgets. Basically, this is used to create the online content for courses. You can add a course, you can add a instructor-led course, you can add an online, course, you can create a course catalog, you can add, remove, learning content, you can create a course schedule, like, hey, I have a class going on for, project management, or I can have a class going on for, in this particular class. So seems pretty intuitive, just creating content. It's like Camtasia or any other, pretty tool. It seems pretty easy to kind of learn. If you're gonna watch the tutorial, you can actually. Let's just watch real quick.
Welcome to the administrator interface of the system. To help you get started, we're going to look at basic user navigation, configuring the admin homepage, and managing records. The button bar provides an easy way to access groups of commands and entities based on your assigned role or function in the system. Click the buttons at the top of the screen to view all of the menu items on the left. Each menu item expands to display the related entities. Many items have a number of data elements that are referenced in a series of lists. These lists are available in one easy-to-access references area. Locate the data element you wish to modify from the submenu options and make your changes. All reference data is available as an overlay, so that accessing these records does not interfere with the main data that is being worked with. Additionally, many reference values can be added directly from the main form. This allows for the real work to be done more efficiently. All of the system reports are available under one easy-to-find Reports button. Click it and use the search box on the left to find and access one of the many available reports. Help is available via the Help icon in the upper right corner of each screen. Help is context-sensitive to give you the help you need where you need it. Searching. The search bar has two functions: quickly finding commands like adding items, and searching for entities within the system. This combined search functionality allows you to find, create, and modify data as fast as possible. You can find commands by entering the action or entity you'd like to manage into the search box. Select it from the list and complete the process. You can also search for entities, such as users or items, using the search box. Enter keywords for the entity you'd like to find and click the Go button. The system completes the search with the results below. Click the column headings to sort the data in ascending or descending order, or use the search boxes to further filter your results. Configuring the admin homepage. The administrator homepage is extremely configurable. Quick links are available from the homepage, along with a configurable area that can contain any information that needs to be made available to administrators. Any command available from the search bar can be configured to appear in the quick link area, giving the administrator access to whatever they do most. Quick links can be configured into groups that allow larger processes to be defined and accessed from within one area. This allows for the processes that are defined within the organization to be followed, allowing work to be done based on internal process rather than following prescribed processes with any computer system. The quick links can be defined on a global level and then personalized by every administrator, always following any security permissions allowed for that user. In order to provide more access to the quick link groups, the administrator can select Guide Me on any group process and access that process from anywhere within the application. This allows the process to follow the user until the tasks are complete. Managing records. Bookmarking frequently used records is a very useful tool that allows administrators to find entities within the system quickly. Bookmarks can be organized in folders and are searchable to quickly find commonly used entities no matter how you manage them. Bookmarks are available at all times within the application, and getting to frequently used records easily allows for more to be accomplished in less time. Finding records that were recently accessed allows users to get back to records that they've recently used. Recently accessed records are available from anywhere, and the feature tracks enough data so the user's activity in recent sessions is just a click or two away. Commonly used record types have been designed to allow administrators to view and edit in a consolidated format. This allows better access to the information, with commonly used information more obvious and data accessed less frequently more recessed, to make the entire experience more intuitive. In addition to the basic record layout being architected to bring the most useful information to the forefront, each record is now configurable to allow administrators to tailor this layout. The summary fields can be defined and set to required if desired, so that necessary information within the customer business process is now mandatory. In addition, the various associations themselves can be turned off to simplify the layout and remove unneeded fields and data from the interface.
Okay, well, I don't want to bore you, but it's a LMS is a learning management tool where you can create courses, course schedule, course content, and give permission to the users and also to the employees, and track their progress on how they're actually creating the course content. So we'll see. I mean, I'm not planning on covering it, but we'll take one step at a time. Okay, just give me a second. Let's take a quick break. I'm just going to stop recording. Yep.
Now, does that mean that we can also do the same?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can go to Google, whatever the app store is, play, go there, find the SuccessFactors thing, download it, and it'll give you it will give you a number. Go back to your settings here. Go back to the your options, and then kick in the authorization code, and you should show up as multiple devices. Actually, this is only one user, but it should show up as multiple devices. And you can come back here and you can check the settings. These settings are enabled. Jam is a social. It's like a SharePoint site for SAP. Pretty nice, pretty decent. So a lot of projects are using that these days. You can create folders. You can put documentation. You can give permission, just like Google Drive. Google Drive, SharePoint. Very similar to that. They've kind of given this collaborative tool. Pretty decent. Works very well for the projects, and the goals have been enabled for this thing, and we also enable the analytics for the mobile. Right, so we covered that's nothing much to it. Let's go back to the employee files. Back here. um, so here I can configure the public profile. Basically, I can go back to the the public profile, I can say I can configure how the public profile is going to be set up in the employee files. So I can say disable show the tags. I can say uncheck the show organization tab. I can show the the badges, uncheck it. So I can kind of define or design this particular layout, how the public profile of an employee is going to look like. Where this is going to impact. This is going to impact right here. Go to employee files. I'm going to leave. I'm going to go to employee files. I'm going to go back to public profile. So basically over there, you're customizing these things. You're customizing whether this should show up, whether this should show up, or whether this should show up. So you're customizing how the public profile of an employee is going to show up in your employee files customization. So like you have the ESS, MSS, employee self-service, and manager self-service. So you're kind of customizing those things over there. I'm clicking on the wrong button there. Go back here. So I can define we looked at the portlet permissions. I hate this navigation. It is the back doesn't work. You always have to use the basic built-in navigation basically. So go back to configure employees. Switch back to the legacy tools. What the heck is going on? So everybody okay with that? Public profile. I can add brief description, or I can uncheck division, location, name. So anything you can check and uncheck and manage the profile. So go back here, go back to the admin tools. I can do automatic manager transfer. If somebody's manager has transferred, I can run the manager transfers. It'll transfer the people when the manager has actually transferred. So that's nothing much. And in the 360 view, this form works pretty much the same as your performance management. I go back to manage template. So I'm creating a 360-degree feedback review form. It depends on your company again, whether they will do a 360-degree review or whether maybe they're not, maybe they don't. So click on the template. I can always create a brand new template, very same format. Who is going to be rating you, your direct reports, peers, and your competency feedback. So what are they giving feedback on? They're giving feedback on acting core competencies. Basically they're giving feedback on the job specific competencies as well as the core competencies. So okay, and in the feedback comments, whatever the comments the feedback they give, either they can do and give you a feedback, and you can go back and kind of look at it. And you can also do the ratings. You can say competency here in this particular example has got 100% feedback. You can give the ratage to those things, and you can look at the employee information. Pretty self-intuitive, this one. I don't know if you're going to be using this or not. Rating scale, same concept. 360-degree employees and manager process. Depending on the routing, it will probably go to the peer and then go back to the manager. So you won't see it in this example. Same thing here, rating scale 1 to 5. So this, if you look at this one 360, you'll probably go to whoever is rating you, and then you'll go to your manager for him to see it. And you'll probably will see a summary. And once that is done, you will actually see it in your performance rating. You'll actually see a 360-degree rating for somebody. You will actually see the template for you to review, and you can review and send it back. Okay, so so here you want to review the goal management again. Is that what you want to do, right?
Yeah, that'll be Hari. And also, if you can show me how cascading happens when you're, especially with the with the alignment of goals within.
Sure, we can do that. I can go back here. I can go back to goals here. I can click on any of the, let me go back to this particular goal here. Company should be ISO certified. This is the company-wide goal. Let's say example, I click on that and I click on cascade. And then I see a whole bunch of people here. I can select all. Obviously, I cannot cascade to myself. So I'm cascading to all the employees who report, up to me. And I'm clicking on Yes, and everything is public. A category is internal business process. Company should be ISO certified. Metric is when company is ISO certified. The weightage is 5. I can adjust it. I can click on cascade. So now let's go back to proxy. Jyoti, she was under me. And I can go back to I can look at it in my own performance as well. That's not the one. It was for 20. What was the template? I think it's 2015 goal plan template maybe. Right here. Okay. So now this has got cascaded to her. Goal aligned up
And
to SF ad.
Hari, so when we cascade a goal, it goes. So the same goal is sent to everyone, right? It doesn't go in a cumulative format. Like let's say if a team has to do a sale of 100,000 units. So cascading means everyone gets that the team has to do 100,000. They don't
Exactly.
get
Everybody gets, yeah. You can cascade one goal for everybody in the company. Basically, like a performance, right? Performance of the company. Everybody's goal. Company should achieve $100 million revenue. Our company's profitability should be 40%. So you can cascade that goal to all the employees, or you can cascade departmental goals to certain people in the department.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, another common goal is learning target, maybe 40 hours, 50 hours. You need to do a training or something like that. That could be a goal which is cascaded down.
For an oil company, safety, it's a common goal for everybody. Okay, zero goal, we call it zero means there should be no safety incidents. So that can be cascaded to all the employees. Learning cascaded to all the employees.
Okay, Hari, another question I had is like, let's say if I go into let's say if I'm going into a proxy, like let's say if you can just proxy Sahel S as an example.
Yep, I'm
And if you
going
go
back to
into
myself
the
now. Yeah, so I'm doing a proxy now.
yeah, if you say Sahel,
Yep.
and if you go into the performance tab,
Yep.
and so if you look over here, when I was trying to launch the forms, I'm getting doubles and triples. Do you know why that is happening, Hari?
You must have clicked multiple times.
And how do I get rid of it then?
You must have just launched it multiple times. Um, cannot be modified. Everything is locked. So you launched the form multiple times. Which is this? Was the compensation or was the performance? Or what did we enter? That was a performance, right? Okay.
It was in
And you went in here and you not a permission. Okay.
no, I actually went into the under the home tab, home menu, if you go into the performance menu there.
Is this your, this is the one, right? This is the one. That's the one.
Yes, Hari, that's the one.
You launched it and then you actually disabled it. You locked it somehow.
So how do you lock it, Hari? How do you lock or unlock a...
How you did that? What, you know what did you do? What was your name again? Suhail?
A? No, SA? H.
You know, when did you launch? 8/27.
Then again, Hari, what is your question?
That's a due date, end date. Okay. That looks like a wrong one. 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 Okay. That's my office. Okay.
So how did you get to this page, Hari, where you can actually delete the forms that are not needed?
I go, just the admin. Go to the admin,
Okay.
the performance, and then right here you can manage the forms right here.
Oh, delete form. Okay, got it, got it.
Then I found you and then go found, your forms.
Got it. So you do that as a part of SF admin.
Yeah. I thought you must have done something in the launch forms to actually launch them in the lock. So, but doesn't matter. I went and kind of deleted. Now, if I go back, proxy now.
No, it's SA.
Yeah, everything is gone. Okay.
Okay, perfect. And Hari, another question I had is when you go into admin tools or when you go to company settings, so the if you go to admin tools, the menu that opens up when you click on company settings, and so like I can even do route maps through this, or I can do through performance management, right? So it's this, is it the one and the same?
No, you only do it here.
Okay, so because if you click on performance management icon, you'll also get a lot of, like, for instance, launch forms, manage templates, rating scales, the same thing that is also there on company.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's the same thing, I guess. It's the same thing. Yep.
The same thing. Okay, so you can do it from either or.
Yep. Yep. I think we covered everything here. We covered manage competencies, manage job roles, manage route maps, manage the home page, modify the route map, rating scales, tech replacement, logos, pick list management, pick list. You know what this is? Pick list mapping. So I can change any of the pick list, let's say ethnicity. Okay, I can change this to race and then save it. So that's the pick list ID called ethnicity. I can change it back to race. Just the changing of the name of that particular pick list.
Harry, can you go to launch forms?
in here in compensation.
Oh yeah, performance.
Yeah.
No, I created a, go to the form DV where you see the DV.
Hmm.
And I tried to launch this. I think something wrong. Could you look into it?
Yeah. Now everything looks good. Next. Put the current calendar here. Next. One employee you're launching for yourself, right? What is
Yeah, I did added employee and everything. I probably I created everything, but just I'm
now who
trying to
you wanna
launch.
launch it for? Who you wanna?
There is a user. I think username is AND.
AMD?
No, N as in Nancy.
This
Yeah.
one?
Uh-huh.
And then who's the boss?
SF admin is a boss.
Okay, it's launched. Right here, yep, got it.
Okay. But when I'm trying to create, there is like a launch button disabled at the bottom right. So I thought like from there I need to launch. So.
Yeah, maybe you got the security permission or yep, now it's launched and I can go back in there and I can go back to check. Yeah, self
Yeah.
not rated, so I can go back. Yep, everything is rated, looks like, yeah.
See here, finalize the form. If you see on the right, bottom right.
There's the form. Something isn't right. So this is with me, and I did rate that. I did rate that. I did rate. I did rate. I did rate. Did rate. Okay. Save and finished it. That's not it. So, in progress.
You have a two
Yeah,
now.
it is with the manager. It is with me. So I should be able to have finished that up now. Yeah, there are two instances. Uh,
Yeah. I think probably Soil is also talking about the same, I guess.
there are two instances. But must have been you must have launched it, probably didn't see it.
No, that button on the right was I went in as you went, like, and I tried to that launch
Yeah, because
form was disabled and I couldn't able to go further.
so let's go. Let's do it one more time. Let's go here. Let's go delete. So AN. Okay. Search. Nothing there.
I mean,
Bombs. Dave. Yeah, I don't know why nothing there to delete.
oh, it is not launched
Hey, I
maybe.
think we should try clicking on find user instead of search. If you
Right.
go back there and if you click on find user,
I did. That's what I did. Delete form. That's what I did.
Let's find the user maybe. It's not, I think.
No, I did find. That's it.
so now click on find.
No,
No, click on find user instead of search.
no. That you don't have to do that. No, it's not. It's the same thing. You don't have to do that. So, like for example, I don't know. Yours it should show up here. Yours SF admin. I mean, I should see all my forms right here. See, I should see all my forms. Oh, it's with me. Oh, it's showing. Okay. It's right here.
Yeah, it's in the manager showing.
Because I launched it. That's why. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, because I launched it, it's going to be in my name. But I'm reviewing Andy, so we can't be searching for that guy. Got it?
Uh-huh.
So I'm deleting that. Same thing here. There looks like duplicates there. Okay, I'll delete all the duplicates. So I go back here, go back launch, go back to the DB one. Next, it should only be one now. Launch now. Next. And DB, just one employee. Launch, done. Go back, performance. Where did it go? Where did it go? In progress, maybe just taking time. Right here. Okay, just taking a little bit of time.
Yeah.
So there's only one. Yeah. And clicked.
I think there are 5 incompletes, I guess.
Hari, in the roadmap, is there any best practice on whether it should go to the manager first or employee, or is it entirely dependent on that particular, whatever the review process is?
Best practice is employee first. Best practice is employee first.
So the employee would rate himself, and then it goes to the manager for.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, there are some goals that are incomplete here. That's why it's not, going to the next step, or I don't know what's going on here.
Hari, I had the same problem. I did the performance management, and I launched the form. I mean, the route map, everything was linked. So I completed my self-assessment as an employee, and it moved to the next step where it went to SF admin, who's my manager. So I logged in as SF admin. I mean, I was in as SF admin, and if I click my form, as a manager, I'm not able to complete the rating. So at the end of the form, where it moves it to the next step, that button was disabled.
Yeah, must be the goals. Yeah, must be the goals are probably incomplete. So all the goals should be like on track and complete.
So which means I log in back as the employee and check that template to see if it's.
Yep.
But if the goals are not complete, then it wouldn't allow me to do my self-assessment, right?
It should not. The first thing is, check if your goals are complete.
I've completed the goals and I've finished my self-assessment, which is the first part of my route map.
Yep.
But the next part, which is as SF admin, as my manager, it doesn't move it to the next step at all. I mean, in the sense that I can't do the rating as the manager.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is that it's your goals are not complete. So make sure you're set. Everything is 100% complete in self-rate. It should come because we tried it.
Right. Okay. So I'll just do the whole workflow again and just making sure that the goals are complete, and I'll check again.
Yep. Okay, so we have a couple of options from the next class. I mean, we can next.
So Hari, before going on this to the next one, see, because you want me to recreate everything from the beginning, or what do you suggest on this?
You don't have to.
No, what I mean to say is this one, I can't even see because I cannot finalize, right? Just I wanted to see the process. So what do you suggest on this here?
I think you need to first complete the goal. You don't have to recreate the form. Delete the form, go back and do the goals again and send it back.
Okay.
And I can take a look at it too when I have time, see why it's not flowing through.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
So what do you guys want to do? Move on to the EC or continue revise these things? Are you okay with everything or?
Hari, if you could have one more revision, that would be great. Actually, because we covered quite a bit today, including reporting and all that, so we can revise that over the weekend, over this week. And if you could just do a revision next week, that that actually would implement everything together for us.
Okay, we can do a combination. Let's do like a for first 1-2 hours. Let's do a revision and then at least get EC started next week. Okay.
Sure, Hari. I mean, as Sol said, so because probably tomorrow we all do our own, one end-to-end process in the system, and probably we validate or check each other something. That would help much.
Okay. And then tomorrow we'll do HCM. Okay.
So initially we'll do the practice and
Mahesh,
HCM.
yeah, we'll go through the HCM, that big presentation, 244 presentation. Let's go through that as much as we can tomorrow.
And Hari, I had one question. The analytics PowerPoint that Mahesh used, where is that stored? Can you show that to us?
Should be in there.
And Hari, I don't know if you can see, but Tanu has also asked some questions on the chat window. She's asked what is a stack ranker, and how do we decide which domain should we use, single or cross?
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Let me see. Okay.
Stack Anchor is it's a tool which allows the managers to rank and view the direct reports, competency and overall rating next to each other. So it helps managers to identify top performance quickly.
So it's like it's a reporting tool. It's an analytical reporting tool. Okay.
Yeah, it shows the competency rating and the overall rating next to each other, and the manager gets a quick idea of who the top performer is.
All right. And Tanu's asking, is it commonly used?
Yeah, it is commonly used.
Okay.
But I don't see the reporting one. I'll upload it. Okay. I don't see the reporting one here. I'll create another folder for reporting.
Okay. Thank you, Hari.
Okay, that's about it. See you tomorrow at 9 a.m.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, Mahesh, it's all your show. Tomorrow we'll actually look at this presentation. Tomorrow the entire slides.
Yep.
This one. Okay.
Yep.
65. Bye bye.